All right, hello everyone, welcome back. And today I just wanted to talk about some of the expectations that I have for Barcelona for the rest of this season, because I think after that draw and that performance against Granada, a lot of Barcelona fans have been asking, can we just start the season over? Can we just get to the summer and start fresh? Because I think a lot of players and a lot of fans are all checked out from this season for Barcelona, but I still think there's a lot of work to do this season to ensure that you're playing in the Champions League next year. So I just wanted to talk about how the rest of this season is going to look for Barcelona. Barcelona have not had very good seasons, and all of them basically look lost. They look like they lack belief in the team. They look like they lack belief in Xavi and themselves and each other. And right now, it's just a huge mess for Barcelona. And for me, there are only a few players on Barcelona right now that are playing to their full potential, that look like they're playing with freedom, and they look like they're actually enjoying being on the field. And for me, that's İlkay Gündoğan and Lamine Yamal. Players like Pedri and Araujo, they're going to be in the plans for next year. But I think for a lot of the other players, for the players that all look checked out and look lost right now, those are the players that are up for sale in the summer. And I think this next couple months is a huge time for them to cement their spot in Barcelona. And if not, then they're going to be sold in the summer. And right now, with the performances that Barcelona have been putting out, I don't think anyone on the team should feel comfortable or content with their place in the team, because at a club like Barcelona, you cannot continue to play like this and expect to be 100% safe in the summer. And right now, Barcelona are still in two competitions in the UCL and La Liga. But for me, La Liga is basically done. I just think it's a really unlikely chance that Barcelona go on and win the league this season. And I think it's completely deserved because they don't look like the best team in Spain. And for Real Madrid and Girona to both slip up in this way, I just don't see it happening. So I think Barcelona just have to focus on getting top four. And with Girona and Real Madrid in first and second, it seems like in the third and fourth spots, it's going to be Barcelona, Athletic Bilbao, and Atletico Madrid, all fighting for two spots. And right now for Barcelona, it's not a guarantee to place top four. For Barcelona, with the signings that they made, the team that they have, they cannot be playing in the Europa League next season. It's inexcusable. You have to be playing in the Champions League. And so it's really important for Barcelona to get top four in the league, and that should be the priority this season. And that itself is not going to be easy, because with the way that they've been playing, with the form that they're in right now, it's just not a guarantee that they're going to be in the top four. But those games against Atletico Madrid and that matchup against Athletic Bilbao, Barcelona have to find a way to win both of those. And right now, at this point in the season, with Xavi guaranteeing that he's leaving in the summer, it's not like we're expecting a crazy change in the way that Barcelona are playing. We know how Barcelona are going to be playing, but yet it's not up to the standards at all that we saw last season. And the squad this season has been better. And I think it didn't really help that Xavi announced that he's leaving. I think he seems a little bit more checked out. Maybe he's just out of it. And I understand, because there's been a lot of stress and a lot of pressure, and maybe he's just relieved to finally be free of that stress because he knows he's leaving in the summer. But still, you have a lot of work to do before he leaves. And really, it's up to the players to start playing with some confidence and believing in themselves, because right now they just look so lost every single time they come onto the field. And maybe that has a lot to do with Xavi, but I still think, given the quality that Barcelona have in their squad, you have to qualify for the Champions League. You have to get top four in the league. And injuries, form, just lack of confidence, that can't be an excuse for Barcelona. They have to qualify for the Champions League next season, and they have to do it pretty quickly. And for La Liga, it doesn't matter who gets injured. It doesn't matter the form that Barcelona are in. They have to find a way to qualify for the Champions League. There are zero excuses. And then talking about La Liga, I would say my expectations are that Barcelona still have the ability, even if they're not playing very well right now, to go beat Napoli in the round of 16 and qualify for the quarterfinals of the Champions League knockout stage. And both Barcelona and Napoli won their respective leagues last year, yet they don't look like the same team that they were last year. So it's a similar situation to Barcelona right now, that Napoli isn't in the best run of form, but I still think the quality that Barcelona have on their team, they have to play close to their best and beat Napoli in this tie. And for me, when Barcelona did draw Napoli, I was excited because it's not going to be an easy matchup. There were easier matchups in this draw, but it's a good test for Barcelona, and it's a good introduction back into the knockout stage of the Champions League. And the best Barcelona can go on and beat Napoli, even if they're playing close to their best, not 100%. But the question is, can the players go onto the field and not crumble in that big moment? That's the big question for me. And really, the focus shouldn't be on who Barcelona is going to play in the quarterfinals, because right now it doesn't matter. You have one test in front of you, and that's not a guarantee. With the way that Barcelona have been playing, it's going to be a difficult game to go win. For the future of the club and for the young players that are still going to be on Barcelona next season, I think it would be great to see Barcelona go win a knockout stage, because just given the last couple years in the Champions League and all the failures in this competition, I think it would be great for the young players to see that they can go on and win a knockout stage in this competition. And a huge if, but if Barcelona do make it past Napoli and go to the quarterfinals, it's going to be a difficult opponent no matter who you draw. And if Barcelona go draw Man City, of course, I'm not expecting them to make it to the semifinals after that. And right now, if Barcelona do get past the round of 16, I think it would be great for the young players for Barcelona. And just given the standards of the club right now, this is a small step. You know, you can't expect them to go win the Champions League with the way that they've been playing this year. And if you go beat Napoli, if you go win a round of 16 Champions League tie, I think that's a great confidence booster for everyone. And it would basically just be a bonus for me. It would be great to see Barcelona get past Napoli in a round of 16. And for all the young players, it would just be great to see Barcelona being capable of doing that. And Barcelona definitely has the ability to get past the round of 16, but my question is, does Barcelona have the right mentality and the right belief in themselves to go far in this competition? Because right now, given the way that the season has gone, anytime that they faced a little bit of adversity, they've dropped their heads and they've looked lost, and they just don't look like they believe in themselves anymore. And anything can happen in this competition, and I just think Barcelona right now is not one of those teams that can face a lot of adversity and cannot be the best team on paper and still find a way to go and get a result. I think they have to be the best team because with the mentality and the belief that they have to basically guarantee that they're like, okay, we are the better team here, and that's why we're going to go win. But if it's a 50-50 shot, I just feel like Barcelona, any adversity, any problem that arises in the game, I just think they're going to struggle to adapt. And if Barcelona was able to play to their full potential, to play to their full ability, and get the best out of all of their players, they could go far in this competition. But the question is, can they do that? And right now in the UCL, it's very difficult to go on and win the whole thing. And does Barcelona have the right mentality to do that? I'm not sure. And for me, the priority is have a good performance against Napoli. Show that you believe in yourself to go on and win a round of 16 game for Barcelona. And after that, anything would be a bonus for me. So just looking at this point on, if Barcelona do qualify for the Champions League next season, if they get top 4 in La Liga, and if they make it past Napoli, I would deem it as a success. Again, just looking at from this point to the end of the season. And it's obviously been a very underwhelming season for Barcelona, given the squad that they have and the signings that they made in the summer. It all looks great, but you can't really think about that. Right now, you just make the most of your financial situation and don't make rash decisions. Don't panic. Just continue to trust your academy, make smart signings in the summer, and then you can start fresh with a new coach. And you want to get through to the quarterfinals, and you have a good chance to do that against Napoli. I think that's, again, a really good test, but the priority for Barcelona right now is qualifying for the Champions League next season. And at this point in the season, a lot of the older, more experienced players that have spent more time in the first team, they look lost and unmotivated, and they just look lifeless. And so Barcelona at this point in the season, I think it's time that you call on your academy more and maybe try and bring some life into this team. And that's why some of the new signings in the summer, players like Gundogan and Cancelo, and some of the players from La Masia, like Yamal and Kubarsi and Hector Fort, those are the players that still have belief in themselves, and those are the players that you should be playing more, and those are the ones that should be getting more minutes right now. And right now, you still have to try. I know the season seems lost. I know it's just like, you just want to restart. You just want to completely restart the season with a new coach and a new team. But Barcelona still has a lot to do until the summer, because if they don't qualify for the Champions League, that's a lot of money lost for Barcelona. And given the financial situation, that can't happen. And because Xavi's leaving in the summer, I'm not expecting him to go experiment and just completely change the tactics of Barcelona, because he knows he's gone. Basically, it's just trying to keep the squad together long enough to qualify for the Champions League next season. That's what he's got to do. And I'm not expecting incredible performances every week, but I'm just hoping that Barcelona have some life. They can look like they actually want to be there, and they look like they're enjoying their football, because right now it just doesn't seem like that's the case. And for Barcelona, can they find a way to get the best out of the players that they have? Because the players that they have right now in the squad, even if there are a few injuries, that's no excuse, because given the squad on paper, they can be qualifying for the Champions League next season, 100%. And I think this Champions League matchup against Napoli is going to be a really good test for Barcelona. I'm excited to see how well they do. And I still think Barcelona, with the squad that they have, if they believe in themselves, if they look like they actually want to be there, they can go win and they can get to the quarterfinals of that competition. And right now, I think all the players know what Xavi is bringing to the table. I think it's on the players now to go find a way to get top 4 and to qualify for the Champions League, because right now, Xavi's not going to switch anything up. It's up to the players that are on the field to go win games for Barcelona. And when I see stuff on Barcelona pages like, can we start the season over already? Can we just get to the summer? I completely understand thinking that. And right now, it would be great to, just start fresh, because the season, it just looks lost right now. All the players just have their heads down. It just doesn't look like there's much belief in the team. So I understand being ready for the summer. But this season can still be a success if Barcelona get top 4, because then you're securing a lot of money for Barcelona, and hopefully in the summer they can do something with that money. And as always, thank you very much for watching my video. I do appreciate it. The Champions League starts today, actually, in a couple of hours, but Barcelona don't play until next week. That's a huge matchup for Barcelona, and I'm really excited for that game. And you just want to see Barcelona maybe getting close to their best, because it's just inexcusable with the way that they've been playing. That match against Granada, the performance, the lack of belief in the team, and just to fold like that, it's horrible. And again, just counting on a 16-year-old Lamine Yamal to create something out of nothing and win the game for you, that's not sustainable, and really it's just not fair to the rest of the players on Barcelona. And for Barcelona, there's still a lot to do before the season ends, and I hope some of the players on Barcelona can step up in this moment. And again, thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it.